Scientist getting on my work gloves because today, as promised, I'm going to show you how to make a worm home or worm environment. Now, to do this, you're going to need two jars. One needs to be significantly larger than the other. And the reason for that is they need to fit inside each other with about an inch around it. So what you do is you take your first jar. Now, if it's as big as mine, you may want to put some rocks in there. Just to provide drainage. This isn't essential. Then you put the other jar inside, and if it's like mine and open, put the open part down. And then pour some dirt around it. This is from my compost pile. You can see there's poinsettia in there from Christmas. And you want to get it all around. I don't know if those are roots of poinsettia. The jar. There we go. That looks good. And now you want to add a little water. A little water. Worms, as you know, can't breathe if they're too wet or they're too dry because they breathe through their skin. There we go. Can you see down here? If you see standing water, you've put too much water in there. Then you get some worms. Now, of course, you can just turn over pots or rocks and find worms. Mrs. Forte bought them. Here we go. See? There's some little red wigglers in there right now. There we go. Oh, there we go. They're a little cool, so they're not doing a whole lot. You want me to hold one? Mm-hmm. Okay. Come here, fellas. No, let me see. Come here, fellas. Ah, there you go. How about that? There's about 10. Aren't they cute? Okay. Now. Okay, you get them in there. Then make sure you put a lid on your jar because worms don't like light and they can't dry out. Finally, take some newspaper and cover the whole thing. Just wrap it around there. And then tape it in place. Then leave it in a place that's not too hot. Like up here on the deck is a very bad place. I'm going to put it down by the roses. We're going to need to leave it a few days. I'll set it right by the rat poison. Okay, so in a few days we'll see what happens. In the meantime, here's Dr. Wiggenstein to tell you a little bit about our worms.
Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back. It's important to realize that the worms belong to a certain family of animals. And this family of animals is based on complexity. So the very simplest animals are called sponges. Those are the very basic class. Next up from the sponges are animals called mollusks. Those are like octopus or clams or snails. And then the worms themselves are the next level up, and they belong to a family called annelids. And all of those first three categories are characterized by animals that do not have a
skeleton.
Any animal higher than worms has a skeleton, either outside their body or inside their body.
See you again.